local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, good afternoon and welcome into the new Lloydminster Nissan, now located on Highway 17 South in a beautiful brand new building. You're invited to come down and check out the great selection here. We're still blowing out the 2024 inventory, so come have a look. And if you're looking for brand new, getting into 2025 is easy as well. And we know it's slippery out there. Believe me, everybody is talking about how slippery the intersections are and how iced over parking lots are. If you're looking for winter tires, if you're thinking that's what you want to try, who could blame you? Well, winter tires are always at cost here at the new Lloydminster Nissan. We're excited to welcome Sheldon Gallagher and Luke Ferguson from Mountjoy Ski Hill to the show today, as Mountjoy is set to open this weekend. Superior Water specializes in nothing but water, and with over 22 years in the business, they're proud and confident that their water and their service is indeed superior. For iron filters, water softeners, reverse osmosis distillers, chlorine removal, and H2S odor removal, you want to give Superior Water a call at 780-875-6636. You can stop in and visit them at their 57th Avenue location right beside Sheepskin Loft, and stay hydrated with pure clean water. I drink Superior Water because I like taste. And after all, it is Superior Water. Cupcakes for Caregivers is looking for your nominations for those people in our lives that go above and beyond to take care of others or take care of us. Nominating a caregiver to receive a dozen signature cupcakes from Sobeys in Lloydminster is real easy. You just send us an email and tell us about that caregiver in your life. It might be a doctor, could be a nurse or a home care worker. It might also be a family member that provides care to another family member, and in doing so makes sacrifices or just loves to do what they do and go above and beyond. All you've got to do is email livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. Cupcakes for Caregivers is brought to you by Lloydminster and District United Way and Sobeys in Lloydminster, as well as Live with Kurt Price. Will be making a delivery next week. There was no winner in the Lloydminster Exhibition's Chase the Ace last night. So incredibly, there are now only 13 cards remaining in the deck, and the jackpot is already building. It's sitting at over $196,000. Last night, if it had been won, there would have been $215,000 given away. So could it reach $300,000? It may be able to, because excitement is really building around that small deck of cards and the large amount of money that is now getting into life-changing money. You can stop in at the Lloydminster Exhibition and purchase your ticket starting again on Monday. If you want to buy today, go to lloydx.com. So that does mean, by the way, when you're looking at the Chase the Ace draw, that if the prize is not won, they could be looking at a 12 deck where we're looking at maybe even could be upwards of $500,000 as it continues to go. lloydx.com, or again, stop in at the Lloydminster Exhibition starting again on Monday. They're closed over the holidays here. The Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation is bringing Christine Kuzmich to Lloydminster this January 18th. 2 shows at the Gold Horse Casino. In the past, they have brought Jody Carrington to Lloydminster in January, and this year they are changing things up. They're bringing in a new speaker. Stephanie Monroe is the Health Foundation CEO, and she told us about a lady you might not understand who she is, Christina Kuzmich, and her Navigating the Storm presentation.
She's an author, she's a comedian, she's just an all-around great human being, to be honest. She has lived experience with her son who struggled with mental illness. And when you actually read her book, the captivating story of working through it all and learning as a parent on what resources were not there. And she's just going to bring that to us and deliver that message to us. So you can follow her on Instagram, on Facebook. She has a lot more laughter and a lot more humor in the stuff that she does post on social media. But her story is really, really heart-wrenching and very inspirational, I would say.
For tickets, all you have to do is go on Eventbrite. The Aztec Safety Challenge is back for year number 2 at the Lloydminster Golf and Curling Center beginning this Wednesday, January 8th, and it'll wrap up on Saturday. It's nice to see that they have got the ice back. Everything is good. They've got enough volunteers that came in and helped with that. So they're back up and running. There are still a few tickets remaining on Eventbrite. 2 local teams will be competing along with the best teams in the world. The DeConnick Smith team will play Olympic champion Brad Gushu in their first game. Wouldn't you feel excited to get that as a first draw? And then early in the morning, Scott Manners and his team will play Team Mowat, who may be the best curling team on the planet right now. The Lloydminster Kinsmen will host their Telemiracle Steak Night fundraiser on February 1st at WLC Convention Center. The evening features live and silent auctions as well as music by Jordan Pollard and the Dirt Rich Band. Tickets for that are $60. You can pick them up from any Kinsman member. The Lloydminster Gun and Outdoor Sportsman Show is coming up the weekend of January 18th and 19th. It's presented by the Lloydminster District Fish and Game Association. This year's show features over 230 tables, and it's also being held in the WS Convention Center at the Lloyd Exhibition. General admission is just $10. 12 and under get in for free. And to follow that, the following weekend is the Family Wildlife and Awards Banquet, and that's one of the best meals of the year. You can join the Lloydminster District Fish and Game Association again for a great meal, entertainment from the Prairie Dogs, plus a live and silent auction and a huge raffle table. For tickets, call Dwayne, 780-808-6420. Got to do so before January 21st. Tickets are $50 each. 9 and under can go for free. Tables of 8 are also available. Join myself and Heather Price as we travel through the Netherlands, Brussels, and France this spring. We're going on a once-in-a-lifetime customized trip that features war memorials, war monuments, museums, battlefields, and more, all involving Canada's contributions in World War I and World War II. It's the perfect chance to travel together and see war monuments like Vimy Ridge, Canadian War cemeteries, the Passchendaele Museum, a bunker museum, and on June 6th, we'll be at Normandy for the 81st anniversary of D-Day. We'll walk on Juno Beach on June the 6th. We'll work our way through the Netherlands, Brussels, and France, ending in Paris with some downtime. Go to lamberttravel.ca today to see the whole trip or call 780-875-4414. They're committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services is Lloydminster's largest restoration company, and they're proud to be Lloydminster's local restoration company. 1-833-246-8326. When fire, or flood, any kind of disaster hits your home, you want somebody who's going to take care of your property and your belongings, of course, but BioClean Disaster Services does more than that. They take care of you and your family. 1-833-246-8326. I'll take a very short break, and when we come back, we're excited that Mount Joy is opening this weekend.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal, and that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back. You help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
It's more than just taxes at L&A CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at L&A CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. L&A CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
Welcome back. We're excited that Mount Joy is opening this weekend. And we've got Luke Ferguson joining us, as well as Sheldon Gallagher here to talk to us about Mount Joy. And gentlemen, thank you for coming in. We really appreciate your time.
Awesome. You're welcome.
So it has, it's been a long off season for Mount Joy. It was a short year last year. How excited are you to finally see everything back open this weekend?
We're pretty excited, to tell you the truth. Yeah, I'd say seeing all the fresh natural snow has been good too. Like you said, last year was a really tough year on the hill, and financially it kicked us right in the pants. So this is looking good.
When you don't open, you don't have costs. So could you explain a little more how it hurts the not being able to open? What really hurts you guys?
Yeah, for sure. Insurance is one of our biggest costs every year. It could be $40,000 for insurance. We've stripped ours down a little bit the last couple of years, and it's still around $25,000. And then we still have all of our utilities and all of the other bills coming in. So what were we open, Luke? 3 half days
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, like fully open, we only have one good weekend, so 2 days that we had the T-bar running and everything.
Well, I remember it was like $5 to go out, right?
Yeah, and that was just the bunny hill. That's basically, we did that so that we could bring people to the hill, so that we weren't standing around wishing people came to the hill.
Right. Keeping the interest up, right? As soon as we're not open, then people start looking for different options, and we wanted to still be on the minds of Lloydminster and community that we're still here.
Yeah, it must have felt good that first snow in November, just to go, we know we're going to have something.
Yeah.
But the temperature's been so flexing lately, like even over Christmas, it was so warm that you watch the piles of snow just kind of drop. Does that affect the quality of the snow on the hill? Or is it packed down enough? By that point, it doesn't matter.
It does affect the quality of the snow, yes, because it kind of melts and then freezes and then it kind of becomes a skate rink, but then we groom it to help break that up. But we made a bunch of man-made snow there end of November. We made some of it and we got that pushed around. So
what we get for snow isn't enough on the hill?
No.
No, not typically. And like Luke mentioned, the artificial snow or man-made snow that we produce has an additive in it that is more, I guess, less prone to melting. So we get a lot of shelf life out of it. So when March starts to warm up, you can sure tell the areas that we've built our own snow, it lasts a lot longer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so the man-made snow lasts, I wouldn't have expected that. I would have thought it was the absolute opposite.
Yeah, it's kind of like the additive that you get in ice cream. If you ever had a dish of ice cream that doesn't melt, it just sort of sits there. It's very similar to that.
Okay.
Chemically, yeah.
Who is Mountjoy? How many people do you have and volunteers I know are needed? Who is Mountjoy right now?
Well, we're a board of 10. And most of us, are sort of between that 4 and 5 years on the board. And then volunteers on top of that, probably another, what would you say, 20 people that are pretty regulars throughout the season. So, that's who we are, is just a bunch of dedicated volunteers that love it out there and love providing Lloydminster with a good recreational opportunity.
It must be trying though. Like after a year like last, it must be somewhat trying.
For sure, Luke.
Yeah, it is. It's, everybody messages us asking why we're not open, or and it's volunteered. So yeah, we don't open until like this weekend, but we've also put in the last 2 months of nights or weekends and stuff trying to get the hill open. So it does take a lot of time to open up the hill, like get it set up so that we could open. And by March, because we're running every weekend, so we're all out there, we're burnt out. We're getting to that burnout stage, right? And then we still have to put stuff away and get stuff ready for our summer activities that we've brought out last year.
How have those summer activities really helped?
It's kind of what saved us this year. For our first sort of official opening over the summer months, it brought in some necessary funds to keep us going. When, like Luke mentioned, we had such a poor ski year. It was great to have some big events. We had a running event out there, we had a mountain bike event, and then we've had our season passes and day passes for sale all summer too. So it's been good for our first year. We're really pleased with how things turned out.
Well, I want to get into the weekend activities and, of course, how you can volunteer as well, because it doesn't happen without volunteers. But first, a reminder about Wellings of Lloydminster. Wellings is an active 55 and over community with 66 bungalow townhome villas on a very flexible lease. Each unit contains a full kitchen with 5 appliances, walk-in showers, in-suite laundry, 1 or 2 bedroom choices for you. And it's a no-maintenance concept where you have your grass cut for you, you have your snow shoveled, so there's no minus 40 or plus 30. It's called Care Freedom Living, and it does just that, allowing you more freedom, allowing you to travel more and not have to worry about the big house. And you want to be independent yet? That is what Wellings is all about. Care Freedom Living at Wellings of Lloydminster. And if you want to talk about an easy lease, call Darlene. She'll walk you through. She'll take you through one of their villas and tell you about the easy leasing. 780-872-8537. So this weekend is a huge weekend. It must feel like a culmination of everything that's just been, finally, we can open up. When you say you have to, work goes in, it's not just building the snow, it's
building the snow, making the snow, getting the T-bar. We had to get the T-bar tested and inspected before we can even get that going. So we had to get the rope inspected. And then we had to fix a few items so that we were back up on code there. And then do some upgrading on the chalet and stuff. We got to get the deck all ready. We got a new deck built last year. So you get that going.
I think people will be amazed to hear you've actually had some growth in a year where you couldn't open. Like, that's pretty darn good management, I would say. How do you accomplish that?
I mean, we didn't forecast it, but once we saw it coming, we tightened up. We'd already dedicated some funds for the deck, like Luke had said, and those kind of infrastructure pieces are important, especially when we're going to push to a 4-season resort. We need an outdoor space for people to be. So yeah, I mean, once we saw that it was going to be a lean year, we tightened right up, limited our spending as much as possible, and spent on the important key pieces. And like we talked about, we had a number of school groups come out and use the facility over the fall for First Nations teachings, and then all of our running and biking events that got us through the lean months. And so, yeah, are we excited about this weekend? For sure.
Yes.
For sure. It is funny, before we came in, I said to Luke, are we ready to go? Luke's kind of like, I think so. So we've got a few things. We'll go out to the hill and make sure everything's working properly before we pop the doors open. But yeah, we're excited.
Other than rentals and passes and how do you guys fund? Like, how do you get your funds to stay open? Because I know in a short season there has to be more help than just tickets.
For sure. I'd like to speak to we've just entered a partnership with Strathcona Resources. And I wasn't actually familiar with that company, but they're huge. One of the 5th largest oil and gas companies in Canada, or maybe it's North America. Anyways, I worked closely with them, put a proposal in for a partnership, and we got a 3-year deal with those guys. So we're just beyond happy with that. It's $50,000 a year for the next 3 years. And that's a game changer for us, Kurt, and just in terms of maybe hiring an employee, which is something we've never been able to do before. It just allows the board a little bit of breathing space so we can maybe dedicate, some time and energy to other things rather than snowmaking or volunteer organizations and things like that. So yeah, so it's a big deal, and we have a number of other organizations in Lloydminster that support the hill too. So we're pretty blessed.
So let's talk about this weekend. How many runs are now open at Mount Joy? And well, you know what? Maybe we should start, because I know we always say we have people coming all the time. Maybe we better make sure they know where it is first. What's the easiest way to describe how to get there?
Basically down 17 to Highway 619, and then turn right, and then go down to Range Road 20, turn left, go south, and then we're right there on the right-hand side of the road there, about 2 miles down.
If you head south, you can't really miss it. You can see it from everywhere.
Yeah, you can. Actually, me and the kids, when we drive by, like, we'll be going south on 17, and they're like, "Oh, look, there's Mount Joy."
You can see it from there.
Yeah,
The only hill for miles.
Yeah.
the only hill and 3 towers sticking out of it, so you can't even miss it.
Yeah.
Really.
So you guys have experienced some big time growth ahead of last year. It felt like there was a lot of momentum.
There
right?
was.
Like, so what has changed out of Mount Joy? If people haven't been out there in a couple of years now, what changes are they going to see besides a new deck?
Well, like you mentioned, COVID was huge for the hill, because lots of the dance, minor hockey, and all of those things got shut down. So the exposure to our hill was huge. We had all kinds of people coming out for the first time and saying, "Wow, we didn't even realize Lloydminster had a ski hill," right? So our goal was to keep that momentum going as good as we could. That's why last year was such a kick, right? We really had a good thing going, and then this just took the wind out of our sails a little bit, but we're hoping that this weekend is huge and the community responds.
Tell us about this weekend, what time things are open, and your hours, of course, and how you can get a ticket.
We open at 10 o'clock, and we run till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ticket sales can be bought online through our website or at the rental shack. You can get lift tickets there.
So the plan would be Saturday, Sunday, right?
Saturday and Sunday, yeah, we're open.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. And tell us about yearly passes too, because I know that's huge. Are you sold out of those? Because don't you sell out a lot of times?
Season passes for the winter time, we don't sell out, as they are basically unlimited.
Okay.
And then the Renegade passes are unlimited too, I do believe, and that's for all year from January 1st to December 31st.
Right, so Luke's talking about Renegade passes. That's for our summer trail system, which isn't just summer. We've got people going out there and snowshoeing and sort of cross-country skiing. The trails are a little more primitive, so we don't have tracks set for cross-country skis. But yeah, we're open 365 for the summer trail, air quote, summer trail system. So yeah, we've got two sets of passes available.
Eventbrite.ca. How do you get the?
No.
Why did I think it was Eventbrite?
No.
I must be thinking of something else.
On
Where
our
would you go to
website.
get those?
If you just Google Mount Joy Snow Resort, everything's right there. You can purchase passes, both summer and winter passes, day passes, season passes, it's all there.
Okay, and as far as future hours go, the plan is just to because didn't you guys, wasn't there some night skiing and stuff that had started and stuff like that before? Like, are you just glad to be back and let's just focus on the weekends now? Or
Yeah, we're just glad to be back and fully opened this year. And if we do get a night ski in, that'd be great.
I think the plan with the employee too is that we would open on Fridays and try and get school groups out there, because that's just another great way to get young people involved in the sport and out, and knowing that we're on the map. So if we could get Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the next few months, that would be a goal for us. So we'd be really pleased if we could get 3-day weekends rather than just the 2.
Where do you go if you want more information about Mount Joy? Where's the best place to find the information?
To our website, mountjoy.ca.
Okay.
I believe I was going to look it up.
And that's the way to book big groups and stuff like that as well? Just go on the website,
For sure, and our email address is on the website too. Luke looks after most of the email correspondence, so if you're interested in renting the chalet or having a large group come out, just give us an email.
Tell us about your rentals.
Our rentals?
Yeah.
What do you want to know? Like, we have snowboards and snowboard boots.
Right.
For rentals. We have skis, ski boots. We have all that. And we also, of course, rent helmets.
Okay.
As well.
Typically, what's your cost?
Our cost, I'll have to look that up. Just
Okay.
give me a second, because
In the meantime, Sheldon, I was wondering about volunteers and how people can get involved.
The same thing. Go to the website, email. Luke will get you all set up. We have volunteers in the concession, lifties, so operating the T-bar, helping out with those things. And then we do have ski instructors and snowboard instructors. Those are paid positions. And even our volunteers, we do give them a per diem, right? So it's, again, air quote volunteers. It is a paid position. It's just not a whole ton. But we do appreciate people coming out, and it's always a lot of fun. We always have people coming out and smiling and just enjoying the outdoors. So we also see lots of parents that'll just come, bring their kids, get them on the hill, and then they volunteer the rest of the day. So it works out good for us.
I know you guys will be watching the temperature too. That's always a big concern. And, whether we can or can't get out there. Facebook, social media, is that the best way to just keep an eye on whether things are a go when the temperature starts to drop around minus 30?
Yeah, we shut the hill at minus 25 without the windshield. So
that's the general rule?
That's the general rule, yeah, because we don't want our volunteers out there freezing, especially our lifties. They're out there all day.
It gets a little chillier on the hill.
It gets chilly on the hill, especially if you're standing there not doing anything, because really, who's coming out to snowboard at anywhere below minus 25?
Yeah.
Right?
But definitely all of that is, Luke, is on Instagram and Facebook. That's where we post, if we know that we're going to be closing, keep an eye on those two medias, and that's where that information comes out.
Well, you look at temperatures today, and it's a little chilly today, and then you look at Wednesday, it's supposed to be minus 3.
Yeah.
So it's all over the place, right? You just hope it falls on and some more snow would be good for you guys too, right? You'd welcome a lot more snow.
Love new snow or more snow.
Yeah.
And a lot. We'll groom. We try not to groom because everybody likes powder, but we'll groom a couple trails just for the beginner skiers and snowboarders. But we can't groom the south side of our hill. It's too hilly. So all the powder's there. So it's just kind of like that extra hidden gem in the hill that you got to go and find. And once you find it, it's there. Like, it's ready to go and hit and have fun. So
There's something for every skill level out there, isn't there?
yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about those prices, Luke.
So those prices-
for rentals and lift tickets.
Basically, it's the same price whether you go with the skis or a snowboard setup. For adult cost is $21. Senior 65 and up is $16. Junior be 6 to 15 years old is $16. And mites 15 and under are $16 as well.
Okay.
And then a helmet is additional $5.50 a person.
And nobody's allowed on the hill without a helmet? Is that the rule now?
That
'Cause when I
is
started
the rule.
skiing, there was no helmets, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it is a rule. We encourage it, but there is the odd person that does get away or kind of sneaks up there. And
those that were grandfathered in sort of thing, like me.
You might catch me on the slope just wearing a ball cap. Just saying.
Anything I'm forgetting, gentlemen, that you want people to know about Mount Joy this weekend or the upcoming season?
I think what you touched on was that there's something for everyone, right? We've got our sort of our not patrolled terrain that's, you know, pretty aggressive and lots of fun, but we also have a training facility for our young people or even our old people that are just trying skiing out for the first time. And you don't need to have anything. You can just show up, and we've got you covered with the rentals and a nice warm meal in at the chalet and lots of people to help you out to learn how to ski.
You guys have built a nice community out there, haven't you?
yeah, we have.
Yeah. I was out, the last time I was out was the year before, of course, for the kind of end of season wrap up.
Oh yeah.
And that was a great day. There was a lot of people out there. A little bit of mud in the parking lot. But otherwise, it was a great day on the hill. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Did you come out for the cardboard racing?
It was cardboard racing.
Yeah,
I was one
okay,
of the
sure.
judges. Yeah. And actually, I think Jerry Duhame got run over. I think I remember him going for a little bit of a spill. So I think it was Jerry, or was it me? One of us, anyway.
They were coming in hot. I remember that.
Yeah, they really were. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
Thanks for having us.
We'll be back with you on Tuesday, and we're looking forward to the Aztec Safety Challenge as well here in Lloydminster. So it's going to be a fun week next week as well as we kick off 2025. We wish you a Happy New Year.